a slice of holiday heaven, a true delight for the senses. Ode to the Pecan Pie, a timeless classic that graces our tables every festive season. The holidays are a time for indulgence, for gathering around tables laden with delicious food and sharing laughter with loved ones. It's a season of joy, warmth, and togetherness. And what says holiday cheer more than a warm, gooey slice of pecan pie? The rich, nutty aroma fills the room, inviting everyone to take a bite. It's a classic for a reason, folks. The perfect blend of flavors and textures makes it a favorite year after year. That perfect combination of buttery, flaky crust and the rich, nutty filling is simply irresistible. Each bite is a symphony of flavors, a true culinary masterpiece. For many, pecan pie is more than just a dessert. It's a cherished tradition, a taste of childhood, a symbol of togetherness. It's a dish that brings people closer, creating lasting memories. The aroma of pecans toasting in the oven is enough to transport us back to holidays past, filled with warm memories and happy anticipation. It's a scent that signifies the start of something special. Whether you're a seasoned baker or a pie-making novice, this foolproof recipe will guide you to pecan pie perfection. With simple steps and easy-to-follow instructions, anyone can create this delightful dessert. So tie on your aprons, preheat those ovens, and let's get baking. Embrace the joy of creating something delicious and share it with those you love. Happy baking! Gathering the goodies, your pecan pie arsenal. Before we embark on this delicious journey, let's gather our ingredients. This recipe is all about simple, quality ingredients that shine through in every bite. No need for fancy substitutions here. For the crust, 1 1/4 cups all-purpose flour, half a teaspoon salt, 1 stick, 8 tablespoons, unsalted butter, chilled and cut into small pieces, 1/4 cup ice water plus more if needed. For the filling, 1 1/2 cups pecan halves, 3/4 cup granulated sugar, 3/4 cup light corn syrup, 1/4 cup packed light brown sugar, 4 large eggs, 1 teaspoon pure vanilla extract, 1 teaspoon salt, and 4 tablespoons, half a stick, unsalted butter, melted. Pie perfection, crafting your masterpiece step by step. Today we're diving into the art of creating a delicious pecan pie from scratch. Now that we have our ingredients prepped and ready, let's get down to business. The key to a great pie is starting with the best ingredients and a clear plan. This recipe is all about simple steps, clear instructions, and a touch of that barefoot Contessa magic. With a little patience and attention to detail, you'll have a pie that's sure to impress. Step 1, the crust, your pie's foundation. A good crust is the cornerstone of any great pie. In a large bowl, whisk together the flour and salt. This simple mixture is the base of our crust. Add the chilled butter pieces and, using your fingers or a pastry blender, work the butter into the flour until the mixture resembles coarse crumbs. The butter should be cold to create a flaky texture. Step 2, adding the liquid gold. This is where the magic happens. Drizzle the ice water, 1 tablespoon at a time, into the flour mixture, stirring gently with a fork after each addition. The dough should start to come together, but still be a bit crumbly. You want the dough to just come together, so don't overwork it. Overworking the dough can make it tough instead of tender. If it seems too dry, add another tablespoon of ice water. The dough should be moist enough to hold together when pressed. Shape the dough into a disc, wrap it tightly in plastic wrap, and refrigerate for at least 30 minutes. This resting period allows the gluten to relax and the butter to firm up. Step 3, prepping the pecan pie filling. This is where the rich, nutty flavor comes in. While the dough chills, let's make the star of the show, the filling. The filling is what gives the pie its signature taste and texture. In a large bowl, whisk together the granulated sugar, corn syrup, brown sugar, eggs, vanilla extract, and salt until smooth. This mixture should be well combined and free of lumps. Stir in the melted butter, and then gently fold in the pecan halves, ensuring they're evenly coated. The pecans should be fully immersed in the mixture to ensure even baking. Set this aside while we pre-bake our crust. Pre-baking helps to ensure a crisp, fully cooked crust that won't get soggy when the filling is added. Blind baking bliss, secrets to a flawless crust. Today, we're diving into the essential steps to achieve that perfect pie crust every time. Blind baking, my friends, is a crucial step in achieving that perfectly crisp, golden brown crust. It's the secret weapon in your baking arsenal. No one likes a soggy bottom. A soggy crust can ruin even the most delicious pie filling. Step 1, rolling out the dough. This is where it all begins. On a lightly floured surface, roll out the chilled dough into a 12-inch circle. Make sure the dough is evenly thick to ensure even baking. Carefully transfer it to a 9-inch pie plate, gently pressing it into the bottom and up the sides. Be gentle to avoid tearing the dough. Trim any excess dough, leaving about a 1/2-inch overhang. This will help you create a neat and tidy edge. Crimp the edges of the crust decoratively. This not only looks beautiful, but also helps to seal the edges. Step 2. Protecting your crust from the dreaded sog. This is a crucial step to ensure a crisp bottom. Line the crust with parchment paper or aluminum foil, making sure it covers the bottom and sides completely. This barrier will protect the crust during baking. Fill the lined crust with pie weights or dried beans. These weights will keep the crust from puffing up and losing its shape. This will prevent the crust from puffing up during baking. It's a simple trick that makes a big difference. Step 3. Pre-baking for a golden base. Pre-baking sets the structure of the crust. Bake the weighted crust in a preheated 375 degrees Fahrenheit, 190 degrees Celsius, oven for 15 minutes. This initial bake is crucial. Carefully remove the weights and parchment paper or foil and bake for an additional 5 to 7 minutes or until the crust is lightly golden brown. This final step ensures a perfectly crisp and golden crust, ready for your favorite filling. Section 5. The Sweet Symphony creating the pecan pie filling. With our pre-baked crust ready and waiting, it's time to add the sweet and nutty symphony that is the pecan pie filling. Step 1. Pouring liquid gold. Carefully pour the pecan filling into the pre-baked pie crust. Make sure the pecans are evenly distributed. The filling will seem quite liquidy, but don't worry, it will set beautifully as it bakes. Section 6. From oven to oh so good, baking and cooling your pie. The moment of truth is here. Time to bake our masterpiece and transform it into a golden brown beauty. Step 1. Baking to perfection. Bake the pie in the preheated 375 degrees Fahrenheit, 190 degrees Celsius oven for 45 to 55 minutes, or until the filling is set and the crust is a deep golden brown. If the edges of the crust start to brown too quickly, cover them loosely with aluminum foil. Step 2. The cooling countdown. Once baked, transfer the pie to a wire rack and let it cool completely before slicing and serving. I know it's tempting to dig in right away, but patience is key here. Cooling allows the filling to set properly, ensuring that perfect slice every time. Section 7. Foolproof tips, because everyone deserves a perfect pie. Here are a few extra tips to ensure your pecan pie is a resounding success. Chill out. Using chilled butter and ice water for the crust ensures a flakier texture. Don't overwork it. Overmixing the dough can lead to a tough crust. Mix just until it comes together. Blind baking is your friend. This step ensures a crisp crust that can handle the wet filling. Temperature is key. Use an oven thermometer to ensure your oven is at the correct temperature. Cool it down. Allowing the pie to cool completely is crucial for the filling to set properly. Section 8. Pecan pie troubleshooting, conquering common mishaps. Even the most experienced bakers encounter a mishap or two. Here's how to tackle common pecan pie problems. Soggy crust. Ensure you blind bake the crust thoroughly. If it's just a little soft, you can pop the pie back in the oven for a few minutes to crisp up. Runny filling. The filling might not have set properly. Let the pie cool completely. If it's still runny, bake for a little longer, covering the edges with foil to prevent burning. Burnt crust. If the edges of the crust brown too quickly, tent them loosely with aluminum foil during baking. Section 9. Beyond the basics, elevating your pecan pie game. Once you've mastered the classic pecan pie, feel free to get creative. Here are a few ideas to elevate your pie game: * boozy infusion. Add a splash of bourbon or rum to the filling for a grown-up twist. * chocolate decadence. Sprinkle chocolate chips or chunks over the pecan filling before baking for a decadent treat. * sea salt symphony. A sprinkle of sea salt on top of the pie before baking enhances the flavors beautifully. Section 10. Thanksgiving triumph pecan pie, the star of the show. No Thanksgiving feast is complete without a pecan pie gracing the dessert table. It's the perfect ending to a delicious meal, a sweet and nutty symphony that embodies the warmth and generosity of the holiday. Imagine this. The aroma of roasted turkey and herbs fills the air. Laughter and conversation flow around the table, and as the feast comes to a close, you present this masterpiece. A golden brown pecan pie, its filling glistening enticingly. The first slice is met with oohs and ahs, a testament to your baking prowess. Section 11. A sweet conclusion, pecan pie, a timeless tradition. Pecan pie is more than just a dessert. It's a symbol of togetherness, a taste of home, a reminder of holidays past, and the promise of many more to come. It's a tradition worth preserving, a recipe worth sharing, a slice of pure holiday heaven. So this Thanksgiving, embrace the joy of baking, gather your loved ones, and create new memories over a warm, gooey slice of homemade pecan pie. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone!